Well, this next story will have you shaking your head in disbelief. A battling mum denied support from Centrelink. She says because her severely disabled daughter is not disabled enough.
Shireen Macy is a single, stay-at-home mother of 3. She's overworked and exhausted, but it's her fight with Centrelink that's wearing her out the most.
I'm struggling to make ends meet.
Because 37-year-old Shireen is also a full-time carer for 2-year-old Kiara, who has cerebral palsy.
Sharing's caring, you know. It was just very hard for me to take. She's just so gorgeous.
So when she asked Centrelink for assistance, she thought she'd get the financial support she so desperately needs.
We're 2 months behind house payment. We're just paying bills as they come. Let's end a drink. You a drink? All right. I'm going to send a drink.
Shireen's battle for recognition as Kiara's carer began here at her local Centrelink when she applied for the government carers payment. But to her surprise, just 2 weeks later, she was told she'd been rejected. Her daughter's needs just weren't high enough.
Because Kiara only scored a level of 50, which she needed a score of 85.
Shireen had all the correct medical proof of Kiara's disability, but didn't meet the criteria for the Care Needs Assessment, a points-based scoring system determined by the government. But while other 2.5-year-olds are walking, talking and toilet training, Kiara may never have those functions and requires 24-hour care and attention.
I just want her to walk and talk and just interact with everybody. She's a happy-go-lucky child. She's gorgeous. She's got 2 big brothers that love her.
But adding siblings Kai and little Kobe into the mix, it's almost impossible for Shireen to go back to work. She does receive a carer's allowance of around $600 a fortnight, but if she received the full-time carer payment, it would mean an extra $150 a fortnight for this struggling family. So Shireen took her case to the appeals tribunal.
I want Centrelink to come here and see what I have to do every day to look after Kiara.
You see yourself as her full-time carer?
Well, I'm Kiara's full-time carer and I deserve to be recognised for that.
But on appeal, the findings remained. As your care needs assessment is less than 85, you have not achieved a qualifying rating of intense and do not qualify for the carer payment. How did you feel to find out that you'd been rejected again?
It was a kick in the teeth, to be blunt. Yeah, self-really.
These next few years are critical for Kiara's development, and Shireen wants to make sure she gets the best care. But sometimes they can't even make it to specialist appointments.
There's been a time where I couldn't go to one because I didn't have petrol money or parking money at the Royal Brisbane.
So what comes next for you?
I just got to get myself together and keep doing it. She deserves to be fought for. She deserves the best.
She does deserve the best. It can be a brutal system sometimes. A lot of people, like Shireen, fall through the cracks. And if you know a case we should be looking at, let us know. In the meantime, the Department of Human Services has offered at least social work support for Shireen's family.